Hi everyone, so in this video I'm going to attempt to show you how to write as a left-handed person. And when I say attempt, I really do mean that because I'm a right-handed person, so my left-handed calligraphy is pretty shocking. What I do want to show you though is how you can make the flat angled nib work for a left-handed person and also with a Koki. So I'm going to start off just by explaining again about the right angle and the 45-degree angle that you hold your nib at. And as I explained in the pen angle video, you're working with a 45-degree angle. So I'm just going to draw that again. I do suggest you watch that video as well, even though it's for right-handed people. It goes into quite a lot of depth about the nib angle. The nib angle applies to left or right-handed people. This video is about how to get that nib angle when you're holding the pen this way. So for a right-handed person, very easy. Pen goes up in this direction, same direction as your 45-degree angle. So when you're left-handed, just to recap, right-handed, sorry, you are going up this way and you're coming down this way. And then obviously your letters look like this. So as a left-handed person, not quite so easy to get that angle right. When you're holding the pen this way, what happens is your nib is sitting at the incorrect angle. So if I had to do those same moves, holding the pen in my left hand, and I'm going to look quite wobbly and shaky, what will happen is doing that line going up, I'm going to have this happening. Oops. And coming down, I'm going to have it going the opposite direction, which will mean that my letters are going to look like this. Excuse the wobbliness. I promise you I haven't been drinking. It's just my hand really feels like it has no power. So you can see there the horrible thick stroke coming in, the thick stroke coming out, and that is simply because my nib is at the incorrect angle as opposed to over there. So two different things that you could do as a left-handed person. I do suggest you try both. First of all, you could write this way, where you turn your page at quite an angle and you go across like this. This is the most common one with my left-handed students, and you're working across that way and then you're coming down this way. And often what happens is they'll find that this is quite comfortable, considering that they normally write this way. So a lot of my lefty students will write this way. They'll turn the book at an angle and they'll write this way. So it's not too much of a stretch. You do have to play around with your actual page angle. So I can't tell you what angle to have your page at because every single left-handed person I've taught is slightly different. What I can suggest though is that you need to try. If it's at quite a hectic angle like this, that's absolutely fine. You might be craning your neck a little bit to see your words, but you are going to manage to get that 45 degrees nicely across like that. That one's not looking too bad. So the other thing that I found works, and this is especially true if you are a person that writes this way, where you actually hold your pen almost upside down like that, and that is quite common with a lot of lefties. If you hold that way, obviously it's quite a stretch to then turn your hand entirely the opposite direction. So what I suggest then is you literally write with your pen sort of upside down and you're pushing down. So every time I would pull, I'll just get my other pen to show you, I would pull my pen this way as a right-handed person. You're going to then push your pen that way as a left-handed person. Might feel a little bit weird for a lot of you. It's not the most common way of writing, but I wanted to show you so that you actually do have an option. So here, just as a recap, you would go down, pushing your stroke that way. Ooh, my pen doesn't want to work nicely, and I'll explain why in a moment. And pulling up, this way. You can see how how awful mine look. So pushing down, the reason why that stroke looks a bit scratchy and thin is because these pens are designed to apply pressure and release the ink. When you're pushing this way, you're actually sort of pushing the pen almost in an unnatural position for the pen. So the pen is going to struggle to release ink as you're pushing down. So if you're comfortable with this, that's great. It does require a little bit of extra pressure at the top, and then you keep that pressure going as you move down. And then if you were doing letters, doing it this way, you would have your thin stroke going up, your nice thick stroke coming down, and then your thin and thick coming out for the N. So other than the slight wobbliness, that actually doesn't look too bad. If I do it the other way that I showed you, which is, as I said, the most common way for left-handed people, then you're going up like this, down like that, and across this way. Also not looking too bad. Oh, slanting a bit. So calligraphy is definitely a style, or traditional calligraphy, the italic style is a style that you can write in at a bit of a slant. So I'm finding that my hand's naturally wanting to slant writing this way. So then you would just go with that. What you don't want is it slanting the other way. So if it slants a little bit that way, it's fine. If it slants backwards, not good. It just doesn't look right for the letters. If you're working with the Lamy, your fingers are sitting in those grooves, then you'd hold the pen exactly as you would as a right-handed person. If you're holding the calligraphy marker, in the pen angle video, I suggest that you put a little dot on there just to show you which where your pen sits in your hand. And this would apply for a left-handed person too. So everything I've just shown you with the Lamy fountain pen, you can do exactly the same with the Koki pen, marker pen. And then you go thin up, thick down, ooh, and thin up, thick down. Not too bad. And the other way, maybe I should practice writing as a left-handed person a bit more. I might not be too bad at it. It's just a matter of keeping your hand nice and flexible, keeping your fingers flexible, and making sure that your pen actually has a chance to move. In that way, it is exactly the same as for a right-handed person. So I hope these little tips helped. And don't forget to play around with paper angle and give yourself a chance. I do find that with left-handed people, as with everything, they have to struggle a little bit more than right-handed people. But if you give yourself that chance and you just play around until you find the pen angle, pen position, or paper position that works for you, then you'll be absolutely fine. I hope that helped, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.